Alright guys, so this is going to be the existing HVAC system that we're currently looking at. From the width, we have a 21.5 width system. These ceilings are really, they're actually fantastic, much better than a crawl space by all means, but they're just a little short. So anybody that's about 6 feet, probably anywhere like 5'10", you'll probably be okay, maybe even 5'9". But I'm 6'1", 6'2", and it's just a little short, so just be aware of that. But pretty nice area. You do have a step coming down on this side that you'll need to just be aware of as well when you're coming out with this system. We are an 80,000 BTU furnace with a 4-ton fan. Now the changes that we're possibly looking at making is a base can. Now I know the biggest thing for these, anything above a 3-ton fan typically needs to have a base can for this setup, but the cold air return is an 8x30. It's huge for the cold air return drop. The filter rack and access is directly over here. He has a washable filter that we'd like to replace with a paper filter. And we're looking at most likely a 20x25x1 filter access for that. The size might be a little bit off because there isn't the filter size on that washable filter. Do you know what size that is? No worries. So we'll just have to kind of mess with that. If we still need to add in a base can to allow for better airflow and distribution for the system to help out with that, we can lift this up and put it on a base can. There's no, we're not thinking about adding in air conditioning or anything like that, and they perfectly like using the basements there to kind of cool the main floor. So we'll basically be working with that, but you can put in a smaller base can setup and put in a filter rack if you guys would like to do that, and then condense that down a little bit more on this right side. You also have 2-inch ABS running directly out from here, directly outside through this main connect port going out, which is great. All the fittings look phenomenal. I'm not seeing any leaks or anything really coming out of that, any condensation marks or nothing, which is awesome. I'd still probably replace from here on down just to reaccommodate the size and the area of where the system will be. The gas line shutoff is going to be right here, guys, running from just hard pipe to hard pipe into the system. Might want to readjust that with either running flex or keep the hard pipe set up. Go ahead and replace this existing pump out as well. It's about 20 years old for the system. He was worried about it failing. This is why this is here. Would you like us to keep this here for you?
There's one right there.
Same
one like that.
Okay, it'll come with a new one, so
yeah.
We'll get that one for you, and we'll just let you have that one. Yeah, he's got a spare right there, guys, so we'll let him have that one, and we'll just go ahead and take care of that because they come with them. The electrical, though, and thermostat wires running directly right here, very nicely zip tied in. And then we do want to change this to 3/4 inch PVC instead of this rubber hose access. This guy, though, we've talked about it, and the biggest thing he would like to change, if he can, for this system, and I'm going to talk to Greg about it just to double check and confirm what's possible and what's not, because I'm pretty certain last time I talked to him it's more the breaker panel that they run through. But he'd like to be able to run this off of the generator, and his breaker panel's really old and not really updated, so it needs to be basically redone, and he just wants to have access if he needs to bring in a cord to attach this to that. So that's kind of the plan, and the biggest thing he would like to change would be that. I'll talk to Greg about it and make sure everything's good to go for that, or if it's not, it's not, but just know and be aware of that if that comes up. And other than that, that's going to be basically everything. There's a thermostat on the main floor that we will most likely be changing to a digital, either non-programmable, I think setup would be best for them based on our discussion, but we'll look at that a little bit further and go from there.